underneath the shoulder. I've got a nice vertical stance here, and my knees are underneath my hips. I'm trying with all I can to pull my belly and brace my core. I'm also engaging my upper back muscles by pushing away here, okay? I'm arching up and looking at you, but you, in a perfect world, you want to be looking kind of at the mat, maybe a little forward, but you don't want this big arch in your neck. You want to keep it neutral. In other words, my neck is just at a perfect extension of my spine, okay? So bracing the core, putting my shoulders down. I'm going to curl my toes underneath. Taking a deep breath in. I'm going to lift on the inhale. So breathe in and prep by exhaling and pulling my core in, lifting those knees off the ground and pushing my back really, or pushing my chest rather towards my knees. Okay, this is down dog, and I really want to lift my tailbone up to the ceiling and push my chest back. So I might not be able to put my heels on the ground. It's okay. All right, it's okay if I do that. If I need to bend my knees or bend one knee and pump a little bit for movement, that's okay. But what happens is sometimes we forget and we roll forward a little bit. So the work is pushing the chest towards the thighs as I pump, okay? I'm gonna take it down for a second because my shirt is rising. That's okay. So here we go. Aligning my shoulders with wrists, curling my toes under, taking a deep breath in, pushing up and back. So this is down dog, which is a great exercise to open up everything in the back of you. You're looking at your knees. They want to be shooting straight out at you, and you're squeezing your thighs, pushing that chest like someone's coming from behind you and pushing your shoulder blades towards your knees. We're going to slowly roll to a plank position. You might have to walk forward a little bit. That's okay. So my plank is going to be really squeezing my glutes and pulling my belly in. If I drop, I'm going to really feel it in my lower back. I don't want to do that. I want to make the work happen at the tummy and the glutes. Shoulders pushing down, pushing it back to down dog. I might have to step up a little bit. Push up, hold it. Squeeze your thighs. Lift your tailbone. Push your shoulders away from your ears. Roll back to plank. Step it out just a little bit. Hold it strong, a couple seconds. But I'm really working on squeezing my glutes, not letting my back sway, okay? This is dangerous for the back, and my core is not working here. So I might look like I'm lifted a little bit, but it's because I really want my shoulder, my hip socket, and my knees and toes in alignment. So we're looking at the sockets. Push up to down dog, walk in a little bit, get that chest towards the knees, lift up, do a little shake. So my heels are off the ground, and I'm just shaking my heels just a little bit. Lymphatic shake, and then, if I can, gently set my knees wide, toes touch, push to down dog. So I'm letting my elbows rest. If this kinks in my shoulders, I'm going to wrap them around here and let them drop, okay? I'm going to let them drop. Breathing. Awesome. Okay, want to do that so that we're completing at least 5 of those and holding 10 seconds if we can in each position. And that will take some time to work up to, but that's okay, right? We can't do these things very first day. We need something to work up to. Thread the needle. This is fun, but you have to really listen to your shoulders. That's why we did that prep work, okay? So elbow underneath the shoulder socket, stacked perfectly. We don't want it out here. We don't want it in here. We want to really give that shoulder some really good support with that elbow, okay? So from the helicopter view, I'm looking at my shoulder socket, hip socket, and knees, and I want those straight. So I'm not making an S with my body, okay? I'm going to bend my bottom knee back, but still knees, hip socket, which is right in the middle, shoulder socket is in a line. I'm squeezing my glutes. I'm using this hand for support, but I'm not shrinking into my shoulders. I'm pushing them away and engaging my upper back muscles, okay? Deep breath in, engage the core, pull in, lift. It's not a big lift, okay? I'm gonna realign here. You might have to realign once you lift up. So my top leg is straight out, giving me a little support, and my bottom knee is giving me more support as well. Deep breath in, shoulders away from the ears. And as I exhale, I'm going to curl under and twist until I can twist no more. Lift up on an inhale and twist on an exhale. Do a couple of these at first. Next day 5, next day 8. When you can do 8, then I want you, instead of to curl under, I want you to slide out and hold. Slide in and lift. Slide out and hold. It's a little bit more intense. Okay, so 2 to 5 to 8, then you can progress. Then we're going to stop it, pause it, go to the other side. I'm going to keep going though. I want you to pause and do the other side. And here's the next one, hip pumps, okay? So we're going to do the same thing here. Knee bend, legs straight. We're looking at alignment here. So I'm going to wiggle my back knee back, engage the glutes, and all I'm going to do is drop and lift. Drop and lift. Drop and lift. Drop and lift. So I really want to concentrate on the lift. Little drop, big lift. I want you to start here, squeeze, set it down, roll to the back, pull the knees in for a little break. So pause it when you need to. Go to the other side, but here's the kicker. Start with 5 if you can. If you can't, if you feel any tinge of pain here, go back to the first thing we did, the pigeon-toed clockwork with the arms. That will help prep the arms a little bit. Stay small in your repetitions. Add when you can, every day, a couple more. Not a whole bunch for you overachievers, okay? I want you to do small, short little things that you'll be able to come back and do again. So press pause, do the other side, and here we go on. We're gonna go with an elbow plank, and we're gonna turn it 180, okay? We're gonna add on by putting something in between the thighs. So if you had like a basketball, it'd be great, or a squishy ball, something that would be about 6 inches. A yoga block is perfect, not the narrow, not the super long way, but the middle way. It's exactly 6 inches. So right now, I'm just gonna put a towel between my legs. That'll work fine. We're looking for inner thigh engagement, okay? So we're gonna get into a plank position on elbows. So here we go. And we're stacking those elbows right underneath those shoulders. Okay, I've got a little lift going on with my glutes because I don't want to drop. So my shoulders are away from my ears and I'm holding 10, 9, 8, feeling it in my core, 7, squeezing my thighs, 6, inner thigh burn, 5, 4, there went my towel, 2, and 1. It's okay. I'm going to turn to my side now. So just like we did before with thread the needle, I'm lifting on my knee. I really want that squeeze though, and this towel is really slippery on my slippery pants, but hey, this is what modifications are all about, right? So I'm pushing my hips forward because I'm in a straight alignment. 10, 9, 8, shoulders away from the ears. 7, 6, belly tight. 5, 4, you can help me count. 3, 2, I usually always miss a number. Last one. Now we're going to go to the other side. So pause and flip the body over to the other side. 10 seconds, each position. If you can't do that, start with 5. Listen to your shoulders, but the more you push away, the more you strengthen your upper back, the more you're going to see less pain develop here. Clockwork to precursor, so that'll set you up for success. We're going to move on. We're going to do some air bench, okay, with an inner squeeze. So we're going to take anything slippery off. You can do this with shoes on, but I really prefer when you're doing everything else to do it with barefoot workout. Barefoot training is so good. It is so good to wake up the body and strengthen those feet. Let them splay, let them open up. Let them breathe, right? Instead of constricting them with shoes, because you're going to probably wear shoes the rest of your day. So finding a solid wall, not like these pocket doors that swing, but a solid wall. We're going to start standing at the wall, but we're going to put our inner thigh burnout between our legs here, okay? So, like I said, 6 inches is preferable. If you don't have it, you can always double up a pillow or double up a towel like this. I'm going to stand at the wall and slowly lower to my position. I do not want to get into this position sitting, okay? So you can see my wall is a little bent here, a corner. That's not perfect. I'm just showing you because this is about all the space I have. So the biggest problem with doing some of these wall exercises are finding the space, right? High five. Okay, so we're keeping the feet 6 inches apart from inner ankle to inner ankle. We're going to walk the body slowly out, making sure that the knees are behind the toes, even maybe a little behind the ankles if you have knee pain. Stay really safe with this, okay? I'm really squeezing here, and I'm really pushing my belly button in as I lower my hips to, as in the perfect world, to a 90, okay? If that's too much for you, you can always slide up and take a break. But our goal is 90 degrees, okay? So I'm pulling my belly button in like a rope behind the belly button, and someone's magically pulling your belly button into the wall. There's no gap between your lower back and the wall. Inner thigh squeeze, shoulders on the wall. I'm putting my hands palms up here to encourage not a drop here, but a lift. Head back if you can. There's nothing in the way of your head, and squeeze those inner thighs. So you want the weight off of your toes and really into your heels. I like to lift my toes to force my body to do that, but you don't have to. You want to hold it here. Starve this. If you've never done it before 30 seconds, I want you to take it to a minute and work up to 3. That will take some time. Are you inner squeezing your thighs? That's a big one, okay? Inner thigh squeeze, belly in, shoulders back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Really important how you get off, okay? We're putting our hands on the wall. I'm rolling forward and I'm slowly walking my hands off the wall. If you don't do it slowly and carefully, you can undo everything you just did there before, okay? So we're going to move to another floor exercise, which is super great. This one is best done on the wall. So I'm going to try and move this so you can see what I'm talking about, okay? I'm going to move this over here, and I'm going to lay on the floor, and I'm going to put my, I want to be about, I'm not too close, I want to be about wherever I can put my feet 6 inches apart, just like we were on the floor, only now I'm on a wall, okay? And my shins are exactly horizontal with the floor. My knees and ankles are 6 inches apart, and I'm interlacing my hands underneath my neck. I got the camera not in a greatest position. You can't see my head. Okay, so moving over here, I'm going to open up my elbows, okay? I'm not going to bring them here and put a yank on my head. So I'm pushing my shoulders away from my ears. My eyes, most important part, have got to keep contact with the ceiling. So when I take a deep breath in, I'm lifting my shoulder blades off the ground, but I am not taking my eyes off the ceiling, because if my eyes go to the wall or to the door or to my feet, I'm crunching here. I don't want to do that. I want to lift up with a strong upper core and a great posture, okay? So I'm encouraging my upper abs here to do the work instead of my neck. I'm cradling my neck, but I'm pushing my elbows back. In time, as I get tired, I'll see my elbows creep up. That's a reminder, okay, I've either reached my limit or I need to work on becoming more aware. Exhaling on the lift, inhaling on the lowering. And you don't have to breathe every time, But I want you to do this slow enough where you can feel the burn. When the eyes go somewhere else other than the ceiling, you're either done or you need to become more aware of where your eyes are, okay? So pause, and you can kick this up. I want you to try 10, try 25. We want to take it up to 50 sets. I'm sorry, 50 reps. 2 sets of 50 eventually. Not the first day, or when you try and get out of bed the next day, what are you going to feel? Real soreness, and you'll be like, maybe I won't do them today. I'd rather have you be not sore at all and get up and ready to do another set and kick it up every 2-3 repetitions every day or every other day. There's a couple really amazing core activities. There's bird dog, and then there's dead bug. They're the same movement, but inverted and kept opposing positions. So one more little move here. And this one is to be done really, really slow, okay? Really slow so you can feel the burn. It might seem too easy, but the problem is that it might seem so easy, you'll want to rush through it. This is to prep you for the next video, the next set of exercises that we're gonna kick it way up. And so I want you to know and have really great posture and really great positioning to do those, okay? So once again, we're getting on our hands and our knees. We're pulling our belly in. We're engaging our upper back muscles by sliding those the scapula or shoulder blades together, away from the ears, okay? So stacked joints, knees and wrists right underneath the shoulders and hips. Deep breath in. I'm going to take my right leg and extend it back, activating my glutes and pulling in my core. I don't want to drop my back here, okay? I'm really using this. This is a whole ab movement, so I'm using my abs. My leg stays nice and horizontal with the floor. Now I'm going to take my opposite hand, left hand, with my thumb up. I'm going to stretch out. So I'm trying to take my tips of my fingers and my flexed foot and stretch them out long, keeping my belly in, keeping that glute on fire. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly set those down right where they should be, okay? Perfect setting, perfect stance, perfect positioning. Other side. So left foot, right arm, thumb up, foot flexed, nice and extended. I'm not lifting up here. I just want it horizontal. I don't want it anymore. I'm really balancing my body. Takes a lot of work to do this. Okay, slowly set it down. So go as slow as you can. I want you to do at least 3 of those, both sides, going slow, being very aware of where you're feeling it. Counter, cross, transverse abs. Okay, glutes, shoulders pushing down. Pause it, finish the set, and meet me on the other side. We're going to invert the body now. Same thing, only different exercise. That was bird dog. Now we're going to go to dead bug. Sounds kind of yucky, but you'll see what I mean. We're laying on the floor. A lot of us have a gap in our lower back, so we're going to create a real bracing technique, almost like you're wearing a girdle, and we're pulling in, flattening our spine into the ground so that there's no gap. That right there is a lot of work. So if that's all you need to do, let it go, squeeze it, flatten the back, let it go. That's a great precursor to getting ready for this exercise. So next step is to reach up, straight up. I want to push my shoulder blades down. So I don't want them lifted off the ground. I want them down with my fingers reaching. I'm still bracing. I'm still trying to create no gap there. Smashing my lower back in. Smashing is not a good word. Placing it, setting it. You know what I mean? No gap, right? So I'm going to slowly lift my knees above my hips and my legs out. Actually, dead bug is with bent knees. Okay. So right leg extends slowly, left arm. This is going to be a lot harder. So if you can't go all the way, don't worry about it. The goal is to keep the back pushing down, and when you get to the place where you can't push anymore, that's your stopping point. Okay, other side. Right arm, left leg. Push the back down. Woo! Way harder than the other position. Opposite leg, opposite limb, opposite leg, opposite arm. Woo! Okay, so we're doing just 2 sets of these, and my back says, guess what? I'm having a hard time pushing down. It's really not the back, it's the core. So I'm starting over with you guys. All right, 2, 3 sets of those, you're good to go. It'll start activating deep intrinsic core muscles, and you will see, you'll feel a difference the next time you do this. I promise you, okay? And then we're gonna finish off with legs on the wall. So this is a modification of sitting wall, where our legs are extended on the floor and our back is extended on the wall, but we're going to turn it around, which is going to be a little bit easier. We're putting our hips right into the wall with our legs straight up, okay? If you have really tight hamstrings, you don't have to go all the way to the wall. You can go a foot away. Start with a foot. We want the legs straight up. We want the kneecaps forward. So we don't want this going on. We want toes parallel. They're looking straight ahead. I'm relaxing my body. Woo, that feels really good to relax. And all I'm gonna do is squeeze my thighs. This is the next layer. If it's very tight and you're having a hard time, maybe your tailbone is slightly lifted, you wanna inch away even farther so that tailbone is on the, not the tip of the tailbone, but the sacrum is on the ground. Okay, you want your sacrum, the frozen vertebrae that are like, they're made together. They're in that triangular plate of your bone behind your pelvis. They're not freestanding vertebrae. That on the ground rather than the tip of your tailbone. So you're breathing deep, you're relaxing, hands on your tummy if you need to. And if it's not enough, you need more, you can come closer to the wall with your glutes. You can flex your feet. That means bringing the toes down to the tummy and squeezing the thighs. Okay, resting here and breathing deep. This is a great time to put on some meditative music. Listen to your favorite song. Close your eyes and just do a little meditation, because you want those hamstrings to elongate, stopping the havoc on your knees and your hips. You want to have strong, but you want to have long hamstrings. This is a perfect place to do it, because look at my back. It's pretty safe here. I'm not curling it. I'm not shrugging my shoulders up. I'm able to relax it, and gravity is my friend here as it slowly pulls the tense muscles of my lower back, my myofascia, the connective tissue of my lower back, going all the way up my spine to my neck and my tight traps, right? When we have stress in our neck and our upper shoulders. Breathing deep. Creating a really great place to end this exercise video. And I'm telling you, if you do this every other day, you increment it with some other movements, maybe my really basic videos for your core, you're going to start noticing some differences in your body. You're literally fighting for your right to move. Thank you guys. So proud of you.